What's going on, Bearhandians? Bearhands here, bringing you a Clash Royale video with a new Pekka deck that, in my honest opinion, you must have. This thing is literally the best for the clan chest. Absolutely crushing the 3 crowns. I have climbed up to my trophy record with this deck, over and above 4,500 trophies. So personal best for me with this deck, which I find really surprising, actually works really, really well against the Royal Giant meta that's happening right now. And this Pekka just demolishes some people, and the games are incredible. We want to kind of compress the videos down. I'm kind of sitting at around 20 to 22 minutes per video. I kind of want to compress it to 10 minutes a video because apparently that's the thing. Let's jump into some games immediately and check out how this thing works. Let's also see some really close calls. Come on, TV Royale, pick me up. All right, this first game here against Guido is a pretty typical Royal Giant deck running the Minion Horde and the Furnace. He's going to start off with the Royal Giant. We're going to go ahead and start off with our Pekka to counter that. And then probably could have played our Executioner at a better angle here, but we play it so that it targets the Royal Giant and then misses 3 of the minions. So our Pekka is just, it doesn't have any weight behind it as it comes here lumbering toward his tower. He probably didn't even need to play that log. He's going to back this up. Forgive my voice, by the way. He's going to go ahead and set up with his Furnace, and then we are going to set up with our Elixir Pump in the back. Soak a little bit of damage. Now, you have to remember, playing with this deck, it's typically a good idea to soak a decent amount of damage so you could build up a massive push and crush them for the 3 crown. I placed the Prince a little bit too far to the left, and so the right hand Elite Barbarian ends up decimating our tower down to 870. We pull the Miner over to our tower to activate our King's Tower, but that's not really the best play against a Royal Giant a lot of the times, as we still have an Elixir Pump helping us now, but we spent 3 Elixir that we would have had at this point, and this Executioner, that's the name, isn't able to take out these minions again. He is just a little bit too slow, time and time again, and so that Pekka just doesn't have anywhere to go, dies before it gets to the tower, and we don't have a very strong push. But we back it up with the Prince this time, and he invests in a Furnace a little too soon, I think, as the Prince Executioner combination is going to do a ton of damage to that. Not the greatest defense for him, and so we bring his tower down to 707. He's got ours down to 770, which is kind of funny. We're winning! And we're going to go ahead and throw our Dark Prince down here as a defense against the Valkyrie, get our Dark Goblin down here. He gets his Royal Giant over here on the left-hand side, so we're going to do the same defense. Throw down the Pekka. This time we're expecting the minions, and so we go ahead and throw down our Executioner soon, and he hasn't thrown the minions down yet, so he's going to try and counter in a different way. And look how quick these Elite Barbarians go down, and then we zap the minions so that they don't deal a ton of damage, because their damage tacks on fast, and the Executioner cleans them up, and now it's on right now. The push is happening. We drop a Pekka right in the middle of his base. He has this Royal Giant lumbering toward our tower, so we're going to say, get over here, pull that thing back toward our Pekka, and chop away at it. And he almost gets this tower out over on this right-hand side, which wouldn't have mattered if he did either way, because we still had both of his out. But that was kind of a nice little pull with the tornado there, just to add a little insult to injury there at the end of the game. I hope you're on the edge of your seat, because you're going to stay there for this game against Riptide 66. This was Such an incredibly close game. We're going to go ahead and start off here with the Elixir Pump in the back, which is a risky play, but sometimes I feel pretty confident in it. I'm going to go ahead and get my Dark Prince down here, and I anticipated correctly, maybe the only time I do this entire game, where his miner is going to go. And then he's going to defend his tower, rather, with this bowler here. So I feel good about that start. We have an Elixir Pump, and we haven't lost the tower. So I consider that a win at the beginning of the game. Let's offset, get the bowler to change direction here with his throw so that our Executioner has a clean shot, and then our Dark Goblin cleans up the Executioner. And we have a semi-little push coming in here, and then he spends 6 Elixir on an Inferno Tower. So I'm pretty cool with that. We're going to go ahead and be able to set down our Elixir Pump here on the left-hand side. Whew! Sorry about that. Finally got that sneeze out. He went ahead and dropped his miner over on our pump, and we misinterpreted where it was going to go, placed the Dark Prince in the wrong spot, and then zapped it away. He cleans it up again with the bowler, and now what we're going to do is choose to throw our Pekka down for his bowler, but we play it way too far back, and his graveyard is going to deal some serious work here. All the while distracting our Pekka. So in comes a Fireball, taking all of that out, and now we have a semi-healthy Pekka walking over toward his tower. So we're going to back it up with a Prince. Worst play ever. Definitely could have thrown down the Executioner there and completely walked over his tower. Instead, we're just going to get a semi-decent amount of damage off on the tower, bringing it, I don't know, kind of equal until the minions end up chipping more damage off here. So we're going to play conservative again, get that Elixir Pump down, then misread for a second time on the Dark Prince. He switched it up both times, and I kind of thought he would have done the same play the third time, but I was wrong. And then same old, he's going to go ahead and bowler here, and then quickly do a Graveyard Executioner push over on this side. So kind of catches us unawares here. We're able to stop the tower from going down, but we soak so much damage, and he's going to be able to Fireball and take out that Dark Goblin while also securing that tower. So really nice play on his part. The question is, can he defend against this monster push we have coming in here? We're going to be able to zap his Inferno Tower to stop it from taking out our Pekka. And now, you got 2 Pekkas coming toward your tower. Unfortunately for his Executioner is not going to be able to stop all of that, and we take that tower out, bringing us back into the game. So here we go. I never like going into these overtime games against a graveyard, because when they beat you, oh, it hurts so much. It's like you know exactly what they're going to do, and you just can't stop it. Probably how he feels against the deck he's playing against, too. We bring his left-hand tower down to almost 1,000, and now I know what's coming. The graveyard is coming, so we go ahead and foolishly, again, play our Pekka way in the back here so it gets distracted by the skeletons. And now he's got 2 bowlers, each angled to hit our tower. Look at that, bringing it down below 700 health, 400 health, 72 health after he zaps and fireballs this thing. And here we go. With our tower at 72 health, we've got this pushing the Pekka up to his tower quickly. We go ahead and throw down our tornado, and barely, just one more hit from that skeleton would have taken our tower out. That is just insane. By the skin of our teeth, we're able to take out that right-hand tower and barely win that game with a 2-1 crown victory. What a close game. You ran. This was a great game. He's playing with a spawner, and I was in the depths of despair this entire game, basically. I go ahead and start off with the Dark Goblin because I kind of want to cycle around and see what he's going to play. He goes ahead and plays his big Elixir spawner here, so we're going to back up our tower with the Executioner to give us the defense that we need. It's also going to stall the Executioner, keep him on our side of the field for a really long time, and allow us to just kind of sit back and see what's going on. Then he plays his Musketeer, so we do a double Prince push. His miner is late. His Mega Minion isn't going to stop him, and we bring that tower down to 356 on one push. Felt really good about that, but at this point, he kind of knows what we are. We play a silly play here with the Pekka. Not necessarily silly, but I think the Tornado Dark Goblin would have been a better play there. I don't know. Hindsight is still a little bit blurry because I'd have to test it out to see if it would work better. He arrows at our Dart Goblin and gets some chip damage off on the tower. I do kind of a silly zap there to take out one of the Spear Goblins and stall that Barbarian, and I'm just grasping for something, trying to figure out how in the world with this deck I'm going to shut down a spawner. We throw the Executioner on the other side that he starts spawning, and I don't feel good about this. We're going to soak the damage of the Barbarians on the left-hand side and just kind of see what we can do here, trying to wait it out. I'm unable to pump up basically at all this entire game, and he goes ahead and backs up. That Musketeer is brutal, man. I'd have to say probably the worst thing to defend against in this deck is the Musketeer, Executioner, Tornado combination. Totally shuts me down. Killing our tower on the right and our Pekka like it's nothing. That was a silly play again, defending with the Pekka. But we're sitting on such high elixir cards, we don't have a whole lot of options here. And at this point in the game, you have to think, we're under a minute, and how in the world am I even going to take out his left-hand tower? Well, the answer is he gets a little bit greedy. He gets his Musketeer and his spawner going over on the right-hand side. We have our Prince, Executioner, Dark Prince running over here. The worth on that Executioner is insane. He decides to back up his Musketeer with a Miner here. We go ahead and throw down a Pekka, and check out the Executioner getting an axe swing off on the tower, bringing it within zap range. That was the saving grace, first of all. His Musketeer here in the middle, I feel, was kind of a greedy play as well. And then our Executioner, Dark Prince, is just going to splash the Barbarians, and we zap right in the last second to get his left-hand tower out. And now it's on. He's got the lightning spell, and he's trying to get our tower down just within range, and he almost does it. He goes ahead and throws arrows, bringing the tower down to 381, and his lightning spell does 380. Look at it. Look at that. It's just time to stop for a little while after that game. So good. I don't know. That may have been the closest game I've had in a very long time. And in a game where it was just felt so helpless, it felt so good. So good to pull that off at the end with 1 HP on our King's Tower. Holy moly. Thanks so much for giving me a little bit of your time and visiting this video. Hope you like the shorter video format. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Hope to see you in the next video. Have an awesome day.